Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Nerd in Denial Reviews, Miyazaki Month. Woo!
Woo!
Today we are doing another Miyazaki classic, another fan favorite. We are reviewing My Neighbor Totoro. And it's the first Miyazaki movie we're reviewing this month that neither of us have seen before. So this should be interesting. I believe we were watching, the 2003 English dub? Mm-hmm. That's something we never mentioned. We're watching all English dubs.
Yes.
Of the Miyazaki movies. So, My Neighbor Totoro.
This is the one that has the Fanning sisters in it.
Yes. My Neighbor Totoro. You'd think with a movie with that title, Totoro would be in it more.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real honest, guys. I was really disappointed with this movie. Totoro wasn't in it. Wasn't really that engaging of a story. Not like with Kiki's Delivery Service or Spirited Away, which I think had the most visually stimulating story ever.
I mean, it was also just visually stimulating, period.
Fair enough. But this one, I understand that Miyazaki does this a lot. Simple stories, simple actions, and it just tries to keep it while being as realistic as possible, but still set in some sort of fantasy. I get all of that. But this one was just not as engaging for me. It was, for those who haven't seen it, it's about this family that moves into the countryside, and these two little girls, like age 10 and 4, respectively, it's just them exploring this new area, and they find some soot spirits, and then they discover the titular Totoro. And you see him...
And Totoro Juniors.
And Cat Bus.
They're so cute.
Don't forget Cat Bus.
Cat Bus.
But you see them, Totoro, a total of, 3 times throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, three or four times. Yeah.
And with the amount of, merchandising and...
Totoro's a big character.
And, yeah, just how much we see him... how much we see him on the internet. How many plushies. That the amount of times I have seen the goddamn bus stop moment parodied by other stuff.
That's the moment I've seen even before I ever met Matt.
Just, you'd think it'd be much more of a thing other than they're waiting for Dad, Totoro plays with Umbrella and then fucks off and steals it.
Yeah. Rude. He never returns their umbrella either.
No, it's his now.
It's not even their umbrella.
No, it's his now.
They never returned it either.
And I get this was not a story about Totoro, and I'm noticing a lot of this in some other Miyazaki movies. It's not a story about Totoro. It's about these two girls who have a sick mom and how they're dealing with that at such a young age. And I get that. And I liked that part of the movie. But then why the fuck is this called My Neighbor Totoro? Because that gives me the impression that it's about
Totoro's gonna be
that it's about Totoro. The only thing he does plot-wise is the 4-year-old goes missing, and the magic cat bus already knows where she is and flies the other sister there. And Totoro just called the bus. That's it. Then they take her to their sick mom to give her something, and the movie's over. She was set. Your turn.
'Cause the movie just ends. What? What? There's no resolution to anything. You built up this whole story of the sick mom and this
Who we both were just waiting for to die.
We were like, oh, she's gonna die. That's how it's gonna end. She's gonna die. It's gonna be some sad story.
Or she's gonna get all better and come home.
Or that. No, you just fucking end it with them giving her some fucking flowers or some corn. It was corn. What the fuck? Also, how did that dad not fucking see a giant-ass tree in his front yard while they were whatever the fuck they were doing? How did he not see the goddamn tree? He was sitting in front of a goddamn window for hours, or what felt like hours, because also there's no sense of fucking time in this movie. The girl could have been missing for a minute. 3 hours? 3 days?
Well,
we fucking know.
No, I'll give it this. It was less than a day, because if the time of day she disappeared there, it's early afternoon, and it's approaching sunset when they do find her. So she was missing for at least 4 or 5 hours.
Regardless, the sense of time in this movie, non-existent. Didn't get it. There was nothing there. The fucking ending, what the fuck? I actually liked the movie up until the goddamn end, because you can't just end it.
I think my favorite, she likes to hold this in until we record, so I don't know. But she couldn't help herself when the credits started rolling.
I started yelling.
But I think my personal favorite thing is that it's giving the credits for all the voice actors, and it showed Totoro and Catbus, and she literally went, "Did they really need a voice actor?" And just died. I was on the floor.
You don't need a voice actor to go meow
or
rah. Literally, Jacob came over yesterday, and we were talking about it, and Jacob was like, "You could have made someone hungry and just held the microphone up to their stomach and got the same result." Exactly! What the fuck?
And you can find a number of cat meows on B-roll. Kind of royalty-free shit.
It was cute. I love the little spirits. I love Totoro Juniors. I love whoever follows us on Twitter saw me post a little gif of the Totoro and the Totoro ghost like running, and they like hit each other, and it's cute and it's funny and I love it. I like Totoro. I eventually liked the little girls. I was really annoyed at first because they were being dumb bitches in the beginning. It's fine.
But
what the fuck is with the ending?
It had a much different structure than we're used to with things.
It did.
Whereas most movies have, the characters, the introduction of the characters, the problem or thing that they have to do to or overcome, and the resolution of said thing. Whereas this one was a week in the life of two Japanese girls, and they meet a spirit. Woo. Nothing really got me, engaged.
Although.
Whereas with, Spirited Away, we had the visuals, the world that she was walking into, and just the awe factor. And with Kiki's Delivery Service, we had, again, the awe-inspiring visuals of her flying through the city and her struggles of being a witch. And yes, it did not have that traditional storyline, but when it was over, you felt like it was over. You're like, all right, she saved the kid from the crashing blimp. I think we're done here. And it was over then. And then they had the shit during the credit scenes, which also helped. But with this movie, it was just it felt like there was still 25% of movie left. Mm-hmm. And I would like to see the rest of that 25%.
Like, what happens to the mom? Does the mom actually live? Does she survive? Does she get to come home? Do they ever see Totoro again?
Whereas other Miyazaki movies that I have seen answer just the right amount of questions. While you'll still have questions, but in the grand scheme of the movie, they don't matter. Like I said with Kiki's Delivery Service, I had so many questions about this witch system that you have that everyone seems to be okay with. But it didn't matter because what mattered was Kiki and what's going on with her. But in this one, I had so many questions of what the fuck's a Totoro? What the fuck's the cat bus? What's gonna happen to mom? What's gonna happen with the dad? Some was off about Granny. I don't know. I don't know why I feel that, but I felt that. Also, what was the point of the neighbor kid being a dick?
Yeah!
And then just
why are you an asshole?
And then not being a dick, and then that umbrella thing, I think that umbrella bit was his last scene in the movie too.
What the fuck?
But anyway, just so many things. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. We're not.
It's not a bad movie.
I just think that with the first two...
Bad ending.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And when that's the last taste in your mouth, it just...
I was so angry. I was so mad. Like, I wanted to record the video right after because I was so angry.
But it was so late.
It was so late. One thing I will give this movie, 10 out of 10, awesome dad.
Oh, man,
he was cool as fuck.
He was the best dad.
He is coolest dad ever.
But then again, it's the characters themselves were great.
Oh, yeah.
I love the girls. I love the dad. The mom, for as little as she was in it.
Was nice.
Yeah. Very realistic look at people. And I get it. Though you yelled at the 4-year-old for getting upset the mom wasn't coming home. I think you yelled
little
at
girl.
She's 4.
I understand it. But even the sister was like, she's not coming. Like, it's okay. She's sick. She'll get better. And the kid was just like, no, I want her. Bitch, it's not all about you.
But
it's not all about you.
But that I still think that's a very realistic reaction for a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
I feel like in that situation, because we don't know how long she's been in the hospital. If it's been like a year, there's only so much disappointment a 4-year-old can take before they snap.
Yeah, but once again,
it's not all about you.
It's not all about you.
But you are 25. She is 4.
She is sick. It's not all about you.
She doesn't fully grasp. But again, realistic look, and just as realistic for the big sister to snap at her, just like you did. And then when the 4-year-old ran away, and then she's like, "Oh fuck, this is my fault," because I yelled at her. And so I still enjoy a lot of this movie, but that was just a really weird ending, and not enough Totoro for a movie called Totoro.
Like, Totoro is like the best fucking part.
Even when he just goes, "Rah."
For the little bit he was in it.
Yeah, he did steal the scene. He stole the...
Like, the whole bus scene. The bus stop scene is like the greatest thing.
It's just him going like...
Just like, how do
playing with the umbrella, but...
How do I handle an umbrella?
Is it a bad movie? No. Would I recommend this movie? Probably. To anybody who wants to see... This still screams Miyazaki.
Well, yeah.
As they all fucking do.
Yeah.
But... It's middle tier for me in terms of animated movies.
Like, am I gonna rewatch it? Probably not.
I would rewatch it with somebody who hasn't seen it before. Yeah. I wouldn't rewatch it just for fun. I've rewatched Kiki's Delivery Service for fun multiple times, but I'll just end the video here, just like Totoro does. But because there's really not much else for us to say before we just start.
Animation's fine, music's fine, like everything's fine.
Everything's Miyazaki.
Just the ending's stupid.
But because there's really not much else to say, except follow us on all the things.
Yes, please.
Next week we are reviewing Castle in the Sky. Will it be better? Will it be worse? We've already watched it, so we know.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.